When my computer broke over 4 weeks ago, we were actually streaming a league. I have a full set, 5 matches with vintage vampires. Welcome back, vintage gamers, to the brand new format with 3 less sagas in Magic the Gathering decks. I am a little bit behind on donation deck lists, so I have a couple sweet ones tonight that we're going to play thanks to a few longtime supporters like Gary and Sean. So we're starting off with Gary's donation of Sorin Imperious Bloodlord. Similar decks have actually been played on Eric's channel, as well as Doomwake's channel. Sorin Imperious Bloodlord is a Pioneer All-Star, or was, or is. Did it get banned? I don't really remember. But it is a one-sided show and tell style effect. Banned. Okay, well, there you go. We're playing with banned Imperious Bloodlord today. Maybe that'll make the hook. I didn't really realize it was actually banned. I know it was doing things in Pioneer, but I didn't realize it could actually be banned. Anyways, you play this card and you -3 and you put a vampire creature into play. The big one for the younger formats was Vein Ripper. Vein Ripper is a 6/5 flying that's hard to kill because you need to sacrifice a creature to pay its ward cost. And if creatures your opponent control dies, they get drained for 2. Also, fairly castable card off of Dark Ritual, which is kind of nice. The other one we're going to put in here is Lord Xander, the Collector. This is a big Grixis card that makes opponents discard half their cards, and when it attacks, they mill half their library, and when it dies, they sack half their non-land permanents. Kind of an interesting one. The big thing about Lord Xander was it was a blue card to pitch to Force of Will. We're going to try not playing Force of Will in today's version of the deck. Deck Donator really wanted to have the Grief Reanimate package, the Scam package to go in here. And it was really hard to fit exactly the cards to turbo out Sorin, as well as play the blue count for Force of Will and the black count for Grief, and being able to cast the spells, and it all was a bit too much. Blue-black Scam in Vintage kind of has a similar problem, though it's been pretty oiled out with the ironed out. Wow. With the inclusion of Frog being a blue and black card, that definitely helps the whole issues there. This deck is a little weird for Frog because we are going to play Ancient Tomb and Dark Ritual as ways of turboing out Sorins and Vein Rippers and those kind of things. So hopefully the Grief Scam package with Reanimate combined with some Thoughtseize, because it's going to give us enough disruption. The Bloodlord will put in some large vampires and we'll be able to tempo our opponents out here. There are some actually cool other things here. Even simply giving a Psychic Frog lifelink could be pretty reasonable. I'm not 100% sure how the rest of this Sorin will play out, but it might be okay. I am still splashing blue. I think Frog is really powerful. Obviously, Ancestral and Time Walk are fantastic in this deck. We are going to play a bunch of basics with the Wasteland dominated format that we are currently experiencing right now. And then this deck actually gets some nice sideboard options, things like Leyline of the Void, but also because we're kind of a big mana deck almost, we get to play things like Energy Flux. Not that there are very many artifact decks running around at the moment, but if there are, woe to them. Including some Mindbreak Traps because we don't have Force of Will in our deck, so if we do run into some of these fast combo decks, we have a little bit of game. I don't think that we have no interaction. We do still have some interaction. It's just not Force of Will, and sometimes that can be a death knell in Vintage. The new format maybe not so much. It kind of depends on what people play, but like I never particularly found Force to be very good against Luris, so maybe if you play against a bunch of Luris, then the Force becomes less mandatory. That could be possible. But we could always, run into a bunch of Jewel, Doomsday, those kind of things. So we'll have to see what it does today. I'm excited to cheat into play some large vampires and see how it goes. I'll see you in round 1. All right, round 1. We are up against a fellow content creator, another Daybreak account. Our hand has some sweet power in it. Doesn't exactly put together anything meaningful on turn 1, but I can't imagine ever putting this back. Let's see. Obviously, this hand doesn't have interaction. It's bizarre. I don't think Vein Ripper and Lord Xandar beat Dredge, unfortunately. Don't have any wastelands in the main of this version. We're kind of more of a turbo-oriented deck, and our interaction is not very good. So I assume we're going to just get crushed in this game 1, and we'll have to move to a multi-leyline sideboard. This is part of the problem with Dredge existing as a large portion of the metagame. It makes games not about what you're trying to do. It makes the games all about what Dredge is trying to do. Dredge players have certainly been emboldened by the restrictions to Saga and Bobble, and there are a lot of Dredge players right now in the current vintage metagame. Pretty unfortunate, but that is the current state of things. So yeah, I don't think our deck is beating Dredge. Dredge is way too powerful, and we don't have the tools really to beat it. It's not like we are showing, telling, and Atraxa in play. We have less powerful magic cards. I'm gonna just jam an Ancestral and see if we can't find a path forward here. Obviously, overdrawing here, but I just need to find power, and I need to find it immediately. Okay, so my opponent kept 7 cards: Force of Will, Force of Negation, Black Card, Grief, and Stinkweed Imp. And the game was over. So we're going to concede here. We can't do anything fast enough, and our opponent is going to dredge through their whole deck and kill us. We're going to bring in Leylines and Tabernacles, and we're going to mold our Leyline of the Void, because that's the only recourse we have, and that is the world we currently live in. Mental Misstep, probably not necessary. Cataxium Probe, not necessary. Don't really see the plus of Thoughtseize here. If we were like reanimating or show and telling in Atraxas, I think we'd have a much better chance, but we were trying to do something a little different. Definitely don't need an island here. Probably don't need, I can get rid of that one, and then maybe a frog is not that worth it. Nope, I was donated to see vampires be played. For what it's worth, the donation deck list that that Devin played on his channel actually went 3-2. So I mean, it doesn't really matter if it's better or not. The fact that it's being played is a problem in my mind. Like, Dredge shouldn't be. At one point last week, Dredge was 22% of the metagame. Now it's a lot lower than that, maybe half as much as that. But before, it was half as much as that. So, but yeah, like I said, I mean, things are going to change week to week. We'll have to continue to watch things. But as of right now, there's a lot of Dredge right now, which makes for bad content. But it is what it is. So this hand would put a turn 1 Sorin in play, but I don't have a vampire to put in with the Sorin, and that we already determined that would not be good enough to beat our opponent. So we're gonna have to mulligan to a leyline. That is 3 leylines. 3 leylines. I accept 3 leylines. 3 is a good number. 1 leyline is a good number. 2 leylines is a bad number, and 3 leylines is another good number. So, because of the very suspect Force of Vigor printing. All right, 3 leylines, and we have our protection versus grief with Tabernacle. So we should be in a good spot to play this game out. However, my opponent does get to faithless looting through magic cards with a Bazaar of Baghdad. Not exactly faithless looting right now, but they get to get some card selection, is what I'm trying to say. They are currently opting not to use their card selection. I can't actually cast this Lord Xander without exactly Black Lotus. I think that's okay, though. Mostly just want to find a Sorin. So my opponent, to do their Dredge thing, is going to have to cast 2 Force of Vigors. I could have actually kept the Grief, and then Dark Ritual, the draw would have let me cast the Grief, but I didn't feel like the Grief did anything. So I wasn't super interested in casting the Grief, whereas if I like make my way to a Sorin, the Lord Xander actually like ends the game. I don't know if that's actually a good enough reason. But... All right, my opponent has decided they don't want to play through three leylines, which I guess is a choice you can make. They cited in ley lines for our small reanimator package. I didn't even notice. That's pretty funny. Was it in the exile? Yes, there was a ley line. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, our deck does not care about. I mean, obviously it has reanimate, but that's not a focal point of what we're trying to do here. All right. Well, everyone enjoys a good dredge content. I hit the mulligan button correctly and was rewarded with a win. See, this is a kind of hand that I would probably keep if I had Atraxa, just because I think entombing an Atraxa here might be good enough. But we've decided, of course, that we are going to mulligan these hands and try to find a ley line. All right, we found a ley line. Only one ley line. So if they immediately have a vigor, we don't stop it. We have entomb reanimate, but they could have their own ley lines, which is something we've seen. And we have a bunch of other things to do. So I kind of don't see the reason to keep entomb. They don't have their own ley line. Let's see what happens. To beat a hollow one here, we probably need to reanimate a troll. It'll likely be grief, pitch, grief, and then we can choose whether or not we need to reanimate a grief. Highly unlikely. Not a lot of cards that you care about in their hand. All right, one hollow one. Two hollow ones. That might be too much. Take 8. Then reanimate a troll. Negation. Well, we're definitely going to have to take negation. I mean, that worked out pretty well. We just pass, put a troll in our yard, take 8, go to 12, take 6, block is like just enough to live. It's very close to not being enough to live here. Second reanimate, definitely not very good. Opponent searching for a counter. If they find a counter, they probably win, unless we find a tabernacle. I guess I have a second reanimate, so if they counter it, I don't lose the life and I can just cast it again. So maybe it doesn't actually matter. Keep forgetting that the lose life is part of the resolution. They did not have a counter. There's no reason for me to reanimate a grief. So we just pass. Will they put us to 1 with an attack here? A vigor, if they found a vigor green card, would be pretty good too. I don't think we could ever win from that spot. We would have to immediately find, I don't know, Dark Ritual Leyline or something. Do they have a -5/-5? Doesn't sound likely, right? They're trying to cast something. Is it a Sickening Shoal? That would be bad for me. All right. So I have a frog. I'm going to hold both of these cards in my hand so that I can... They were trying to cast Vigor on their turn is what they were trying to do. Okay. I mean, this just means we lose. Eventually, my opponent will find a Creeping Chill, and we will just die. My opponent does not have a Dredger yet. So that's a plus. I'm going to have to resolve a ley line in this game, so I think I am just going to play a swamp. I could reanimate a Narcomoeba. Would that return their prize amalgam? I think it might. Whenever a creature enters. It says enters, but that's shortcut, right? For enters the battlefield under your control, or no? Is it not a shortcut? I'd have to go look at the Oracle text. If it's not, then I feel like my opponent should have activated Bazaar in their upkeep to give themselves the ability to hit a Dredger. They didn't do that, but... Oh, it just enters the battlefield. Okay, so then it probably would return the Amalgam. All right, so I'm going to have to attack with my Psychic Frog here because the minute my opponent hits Dredgers, I don't believe I can win the game. I'm going to pitch this card because I don't ever want to use a fetch. Ugh, God, it's so bad. The damage just doesn't matter, though. The damage just doesn't matter, though. Like, I guess there's a world where if I can get a block in, then I can use this as my land, a Vein Ripper. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I just don't see us winning this game. Our opponent found the vigor. We didn't really have counterplay to that, though, because we didn't have force. They found a Stinkweed Imp. Okay, so we're just going to die to this Dredge, most likely. Didn't die right away, but there's an Icarid coming. And 2 Amalgams coming, so... And I can't even hit these with Leyline at this point anyways, so the game is over. Dredge. Missed. Hit a Grave Troll. Miss. I mean, where are the Creeping Shells? Maybe they boarded the Creeping Shells out? I guess, yeah. I guess a Sorin would give something lifelink, right? That would be pretty interesting. Is there anything I can reanimate from their side? No, right? Well, the Price of Amalgams didn't make it into play. The Icarid is coming next turn. It wouldn't have helped because they had oh, they didn't have a vigor in their hand, right? I mean, I could have taken Shambling Shell, right? So yeah, I mean, I could have gone to 1, reanimated a Grief, and taken Shambling Shell. Yeah, I mean, that could have been a play that I could have chosen to do. I don't even have... I guess if I just cast these things pre-combat... I need to have triple blockers. I guess that's fine. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're going to do that. If they boarded all of their Creeping Shells out, I guess we have some counterplay here. Like, we can live a turn if they have no Creeping Shells, and then we can draw a Tabernacle immediately. All right, I think they boarded Creeping Shell out, which gives us a chance to win this game. Kind of exciting. They didn't hit any Narcomoebas either, though. That's just unlucky. 1, 2 Narcomoebas. They did choose to bring the Icarid back. Now they're dredging on draw step. They hit a Narcomoeba. They've got a bunch of Icarids now. They have all 4 Icarids. They're at 9 cards in library. I can't make this frog big enough to block, huh? And live. If they attacked all, I mean. So if they attack all, they lose. Okay, they're just going to let the Icarid die. Okay. So if I draw a Tabernacle, their whole board dies, and then they get 4 Icarids, and I'm winning? Because of Vein Ripper triggers? So I just need to draw a Tabernacle? Oh, I guess, yeah, if their things die, they get drained. Very true. Can I reanimate something on their side that will help? They're just gonna have too many creatures, though, right? And there's no way for me to kill off a Narcomoeba. But I can't, like... I mean, they're just gonna block with this Narcomoeba, right? What if I attack all? Is there an option for attack all here? 4, 12, 15. Not really. Grief doesn't die. Shambling Shell is like the most interesting one. I don't think there's an attack all here, though. 3. Well, Icarus just gets blocked. I mean, I'm gonna have to jump the frog no matter what. I just don't know if they'll block with the Narcomoeba on it. I feel like attack all is like my actual best play here, though. Like, it gives my opponent a chance to make a mistake or something. Well, maybe if I reanimate an Icarid, it's an extra... I mean, they block it. It drains for 2. Is that better? I mean, that's not better than, like, Shambling Shell. I could play Shambling Shell now. I mean, that also doesn't... I can play Shambling Shell now and put... I don't really feel like that's better. Three, 4, 24, 5. Is a Tabernacle even enough? If I attack all? I get 10 damage in. Okay, they might have actually died. They might actually just die. Well, they can block. And I might still have lethal after this. But you think the +1 is enough to be lethal? Yeah, I mean, this is the block I assumed would happen. Okay, we're blocking the Vein Ripper. That's really good for me. I could draw the Tabernacle, right? Or Ancestral into Tabernacle, or Time Walk. This block is so good for me, I think. I'm going to pitch at least Ancient Tomb, not Reanimate, because Reanimate has some legs here. This is going to be 8 damage. They're going to go to 9. Seven. Oh, man. I didn't draw it. So I think we just die. Damn. Maybe was there any way for me to attack more earlier? Or did I... Like, is there a possibility that I played too slow here? Yeah, I don't think any of these do it now. So I can drain for another 2 damage, but it's not enough, and I just die on my... There's nothing draws me a card, right? Nothing in the Dredge Yard draws me a card. I'm just, like, checking what all these creatures actually do. Alright, I think we just die. Uh... I mean, they did block Vein Ripper, so like what? If you're saying like I put one more on this instead, and it's a drain 2, I don't really see how that wins. So it's 3 more damage there, and then another damage here. I don't think it's enough damage. I mean, they have blocks that it guarantees the draw. That's fair. So I mean, yeah, I mean, but there are cards we can draw that we want to cast, right? I don't know if like maybe not. Yeah, I mean maybe we're just supposed to reanimate pre-combat. Damn. I actually was kind of close just because of how strong these two creatures are, huh? I mean, it shouldn't be close because my opponent should never have cut Creeping Chill. But I can't make my opponent do that. I don't know. I don't think I ever cut chills when I play Dredge. I'm not sure there's a single matchup that I cut chills in. Like we have so few good draws though. Like we truly have very few good draws. All right, we got Jordan playing some Mono White Initiative tonight. This could be a decent hand against Mono White Initiative. I'd be down. Let's give it a shot. Well, I don't think does Vein Ripper count itself? Oh, it does count itself. Okay. Yeah, there were some. We were just talking about it in chat in between rounds. Obviously, we're on to the next round at the moment, but there were a bunch of different plays we could have made. Not a bunch. There were 2 different plays we could have made last round to maybe increase our chances of winning. One was using the second reanimate on the Shambling Shell to stop possible Force of Vigor draw, and the other one was doing the reanimate pre-combat on the on a Shambling Shell to give ourselves the out of drawing Sorin and then sacking a vampire. So I can either Thoughtseize and them and reanimate something, or Thoughtseize myself and reanimate a Vein Ripper. I think that would be too greedy. My opponent can simply have a Solitude or something like that. So I am just going to Dark Ritual, Thoughtseize them, and reanimate their best creature. I don't know if we're beating a second Seasoned Dungeoneer, unfortunately. The triple initiative creatures and the creature matchup is definitely a problem. I should have taken the island. That's my bad. I just clicked through it too fast. Yeah, what a moss. Yeah, we're gonna probably need a Sorin. I don't really have removal in my deck either. So 1 Urza Saga. Seasoned Dungeoneer. Attack. I wonder if they were supposed to. I guess they couldn't get in, so now they can get in. Are they keeping an Anointed Peacekeeper? I think we just are too slow. If we were on the play, we would win this game. But on the draw, we are just too slow. I can't actually kill this. So I need at least a blocker. I get a Sorin. I put in a Vein Ripper, but this thing is unblockable, so I lose 2 life. I don't think we have outs here. I am instantly punished for not fetching an island. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's kind of crazy because now I could have gone probe into time walk. And I mean, I still think we lose, but it was definitely an out that I could have played towards. If I keep this, I can actually go to 4 and play a Vein Ripper, but it doesn't matter. I don't think a time walk gets me there because I time walk, but I am no longer on the trap track. I hit them for an additional 5, but like I don't actually have a way. I still lose, but yeah, I definitely. I mean, obviously, I mean, we all knew I was supposed to take the island. I do have some dismembers for this matchup. I think this matchup is probably one of our better matchups. Opponent had a really strong hand against us though, so it was a little challenging. Mental misstep, probe, don't need those. I like Thoughtseize. Don't mind Thoughtseize. Maybe we still pitch a Thoughtseize though. But yeah, obviously a mistake. Sometimes, especially like the two small sequencing things in round 1 that we could have done differently. Those are just things that you learn by playing with the cards enough. And obviously, this is my first time playing with Sorin and a couple other things. Reanimating Shambling Shells because I have Vein Ripper triggers. I do enjoy this kind of learning magic. I don't get to play with other format cards as much as I used to. Like I knew about Sorin and Vein Ripper, but I've never actually played any games with them. This is a Grief and then a turn 2 Sorin. Yeah, I mean this hand's got to be good. This hand has to be good. It's even good against Chancellor. You just pay for the Grief. Just pitching the Entomb. Not 100% sure on Jordan's mono white list at the moment. A lot of people are moving back towards Solitude now without 4 Bobble in the deck. Solitude would probably be Solitude and Swords are probably the best cards against us, but this ward is really powerful. You have to sack a creature for the spell not to be countered. Let's do Grief, pitching Entomb. See what our opponent's starting hand is here. It's just Archon and Moxen. Okay. I will... I kind of want to take Pearl. That's true. The ward goes on the stack and we could dismember. That is true. I didn't even consider that. Nice point. I'm going to take this Pearl. That might be a little greedy, but... doesn't work versus Evoke Solitude because they can sack the Solitude. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Yeah, true. If they stack in the right order, that is true. Wow. They drew another Moxen anyways. Okay. It's not a big deal. I am gonna have to dismember it just so I can play my Sorin, but I can fetch a basic here. Do I want to fetch a basic here? No, I'd like to have an Underground Sea. Time Walk, Brainstorm, Ancestral, Psychic Frog. I want an Underground Sea. All right. On the end step, I am going to have to dismember this Archon so that I can play my Ancient Tomb untapped. But hey, Justin, I did not get punished this time. Boom! Vein Ripper. Let's go. What now, mono white player? What's now? I have an Ancestral. What's against Lifelink? Jesus. How's that a thing? Boop, boop. Oh my god, if I get my Sorin to 3 again, I can... Oh, actually, they're just going to kill the Sorin. Okay. I mean, I want to attack them for dead, so... Sorin down. I don't have a... I guess I could have, like, theoretically brainstormed and tried to find a dismember, but... I don't really think that's what I want to do. Oh, right. They have double wasteland. Eh, I don't know. I felt like being able to play a blue spell was good. I would have brainstormed into dismember. That's funny. I guess I should have brainstormed pre-combat here. There was really no reason not to. So I could put back... I could, like, put back Dismember Frog and then vamp for another Sorin to get another Vein Ripper in play in case they, like, get rid of this Vein Ripper with a Solitude, which we already determined we can't really play around. So kind of, that makes sense to me. This card is pretty cool, huh? I'm afraid your investigation has reached a dead end. Da-da-da-da. I guess I could play a flyer and block. I'm gonna grab another Sorin, and then we'll make them have the... Oh, they only have one card in hand, so they have a swords. Okay, they have swords. Sure. Yeah. All right. I mean, I like what we chose to do here. I guess if we had held open dismember, we could have stopped this play. I didn't know. I'm not sure if, like, this is better, right? This line? I think this line is better. All right. Why not? If they cast a swords and the trigger goes on the stack, and then I swords their one creature, they don't have a creature to sack, and it gets countered. If it was the evoke, we already learned we can't do the evoke if they have like 2 creatures or whatever, but... Oh. Okay, that was interesting. I don't really like the idea of having this Thoughtseize in my deck, but it's probably fine. All right, so far we've drawn a lot of Vein Rippers and not Lord Xanders, which has been pretty good for us. We definitely have some game in this matchup, just being a creature matchup, but they have more removal than we do. I tried to fit in a bunch of removal with all these dismembers, but... What do we got? We've got Dark Ritual, Psychic, Frog, Vein Ripper. This doesn't look good enough to me. It doesn't have a thing to do. And I don't feel like a Psychic Frog on turn 2 on the draw is going to be enough. What's Mulligan this hand? This hand has Entomb, Reanimate, Dismember, Sorin. I feel like there are definitely ways we get punished for keeping this hand, but we're probably just supposed to keep it and get bottom the Sorin. It's obviously a high power hand that has some weaknesses, Vexing Bauble, if he's playing it. I guess even simply Archon of Emeria is pretty good. But we don't have a bad sequence against Archon of Emeria with just like Sapphire into Dismember on their turn. It's mostly just like Bobble that's gonna hurt us here. But I don't even know if you play Bobble or Chalice in this deck. They didn't in the past. Looks like an Archon. Okay. So a land is our best draw for sure. Swamp, obviously. Did not get Swamp. I just pass. Do I take the 2 to make it so they can't cast 2 spells on this turn? No, I don't see a reason for that. They would have played their extra spells if they had them. This doesn't encourage them to play like a second Archon of Emeria, but oh, well. Anointed Peacekeeper making my pedal cost 2 is definitely a problem. But a land is still good for us here. A land is like Demonic Lotus, Entomb, Reanimate. Got a lot of restricted cards in my hand. I assume he's just going to name Petal. I guess you could theoretically name Demonic Tutor, but it seems a little awkward. Like, if you name Demonic Tutor and I draw a land and I just go into Reanimate. I guess if you name Petal, I draw a land, I go into Demonic Tomb Reanimate. So, like, maybe it is better. Who knows? Maybe they're both just... if I draw a land, it's good for me. Yeah, maybe you name Reanimate. I mean... If you name Reanimate and I draw a land, I can do the same exact play, though, right? Where I go Demonic for Lotus and Tomb Reanimate. I don't think this Anointed Peacekeeper actually does anything except for, like, stop me from playing this Petal. So I feel like stopping me from playing this Petal is the best sequence for them. It's kind of a hard choice because none of the cards really do anything. 3 cards in my opponent's hand. Chose Archon. See, I actually don't. I'm not sure. Like, in this matchup, if you're supposed to. I mean, my hand was definitely Archon was definitely better against my hand than White Plume was, but it's a creature matchup. Turn 1 White Plume is very powerful. I don't hate it though. Not sure. My gut instinct is Petal, but as we talked about, there are some reasons to do any of the other ones that are not Vampiric Tutor. But like I said, I think if you do Entomb or Reanimate, it's all the same stuff. And if you do Demonic Tutor, you're just kind of exposed to Entomb Reanimate. So I'm not sure like it matters too much. But opponent is definitely debating about it. He said in chat, it's tough because Black Lotus is a problem, which is true. Black Lotus is the reason that none of these seem to make too much of a difference. Oh, the one Saga follow-up is actually quite good here. Chose Lotus Petal. I drew the land, so... I'm gonna go with Swamp. Basic Swamp. And I'm gonna go Demonic. And then... how does this thing read? We're rounded down. That's unfortunate. I could get rid of their white source, though. Oh, it's only when it dies. So 1 card out of their hand. It's not very good. It's like supposed to be Vein Ripper, right? It's just like Black Lotus and Tomb Reanimate Vein Ripper. Is that even good enough to win from here, though? I mean, do I have a choice? I have Black Lotus, Entomb, Reanimate, Vamp for Ancestral. Oh, yeah, that's putting me pretty precariously low on life total here. That's not very good. All right. Is Vein Ripper better than a troll? Should be. Right, Vein Ripper, Reanimate Vein Ripper, and then Vampiric Tutor. Time Walk doesn't do it, right? Because they're at 16. So it's got to be Ancestral. If I had a land, it could be Sorin to give myself lifelink. But I don't have a land because this pedal is turned off. Let's just go with Ancestral. Don't know if this is enough, but it does seem like our strongest play. They could like make a construct and then use it to pay for the ward cost on swords. I mean, if it's just a seasoned engineer, then it's pretty bad for us. Seasoned engineer is probably not beatable from this spot. I guess there's a theoretical ancestral into Sorin line that makes it better, but this matchup seems entirely play draw dependent. We're both just throwing haymaker creatures at each other. Yeah, it's a seasoned engineer, huh? So if I had put Time Walk on top, we would win from this spot, or no? They took 2 damage. Oh, they didn't take enough damage. Oh, they have Strip Mine too for my basic land. Ah. Yeah. Pretty brutal. I don't really think we could have done very much from this spot now. Yeah. Damn. GG's. All right. Round 3. These have been some close sets, though. This is not going to be good enough. Shamwafella likes to sometimes play Bug, so that could be good for us. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a hand. I wonder if Lord Xander is still the best creature to put into play if we don't have to play Force of Will anymore. Frog. Because the big reason we played Lord Xander was because it was a blue card for Force of Will. Um, but maybe we could play a bigger threat instead. I didn't really reconsider that. All right, I played a turn 1 Soren, and I'm gonna put a Vein Ripper onto the battlefield. Your move, Bug Player. I'm gonna do another vampire search real quick because I was really looking for blue vampires when I originally started. I know there was some big ones. No, my Soren. 12/12 trampling dinosaur vampire. Interesting. I don't actually know that that card is that much better. I mean, it's There are certainly some other options. Let's just put it that way. Unfortunately, oh, another Soren. Okay. We're playing Magic right now, not talking about ban restrictions. I, for one, would love to play Magic. Are they going to discard their hand of Frog instead? They're just going to discard their hand of Frog instead of to Xander. Too funny. So I might just attack them. If they want to fly over with whatever, who cares? All right, flying in there to kill the Sorin. Sorin down. Oh, man. Oh, mill half your library. Wait, no, it's gonna feed the frog. Oh, too funny. That's so funny. Are you gonna continue trolling? Like what? Come on, man. Get the message. We have a Vein Ripper in play. Oh man. All right, another half your library. Would they win this game from 12 with 12 cards? Oh man. They also go to 1. Oh, we can kill them with grief. Okay. If we draw a black card, we can evoke grief. Oh wait, this thing is, how big is this thing? Uh-oh. 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 I didn't think about this. Why is this frog so large? Oh. I guess we're casting grief now. Too funny. Or should we instead cast a Troll of Gazadoom? Okay, let's play a troll. It sounds like way more fun. Oh boy. I did not realize this frog would be larger than my vampire. I mean, I'm still making that attack every time, but it's too funny. They have 11 cards left in their deck. What about like Time Walk? Ancestral Kill Me with Frog. This card is crazy. What is this magic card? Is their Time Walk still in their deck? The Time Walk is still in their deck. Oh no. Don't do me like this. Imagine. Draw into Ancestral? Draw into Time Walk and I die? No way, man. No way. Oh, close. We almost lost that game. We legitimately could have lost that game. That's crazy. Oh my lord, that's wild. I don't know. Sure. Why do we even have a probe in our deck at all? I don't know. Okay. All right. Okay. I accept. I think that I didn't do enough reconfiguration after we changed the deck from a Force of Will deck. That is what I'm learning. Oh, come on, you stupid card. Let me stuck. All right, my opponent's hand is Deathrite Shaman, Orcish Bowmaster, Leovold. Right, I'm gonna put a Lord Xander in play. That's what I've decided here. I guess. Do I really care? Well, I'm gonna put a Lord Xander in play. I guess I can just take this Brainstorm. Bowmaster doesn't really chump Lord Xander though. Or sorry, I'm not saying Lord Xander. Vein Ripper, Vein Ripper, Vein Ripper. No. I think we're putting a Vein Ripper in play. Like, how is my opponent beating a Vein Ripper right now? Sorry, I said the wrong vampire. That's on me. Entomb a Vein Ripper. Reanimate a Vein Ripper. Your move, opponent. I definitely should not play a Lord Xander. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. I guess they're kind of close to dig through time, huh? They drew another Deathrite Shaman. We pitched one of our frogs to grief. Maybe I should just take in dig through time, let the Deathrite Shaman resolve, and mental misstep the brainstorm. I didn't really consider that as a possible. I mean, these cards are not easy to cast, so they're still pretty far away. Abrupt Decay notably does not kill a 6-mana vampire. Just thought I'd let you know that. If they top deck Oko, though, it can become an elk. I can't do much about that, though. Eat my reanimate. Loco Oko. Dun 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 dun. I don't think I'm winning this race, am I? They eat a creature. If I lifelink, I'm winning this race. Wasteland. What the heck? Now they can cast dig through time. Uh-oh. I think we're losing. The real devil. The true evil. Wait, am I dead? I go to 6, and then I die unless I draw a land to block? No, they have an Abrupt Decay. I am dead. I need a Dark Ritual for a Sorin. No! I lost. God damn it. Really? Abrupt Decay. I go to 7. I take exactly 7? All right, I guess I have to block. I can't believe we lost. Shit. To be fair, I mental misstep their Deathrite Shaman, and they immediately had drawn a second Deathrite Shaman. Because if I attack, then they eat me and I die. I'm dead on board if I attack. They attack, I block, I take 2. I go to 1. Whoops. No, they don't lose 2 from the Vein Ripper ever. If they kill me at the same time. But I missed it down at 1. It's okay. Combat math. All right, perfect. All right. On the play this time. What do we got? 2 Ancient Tombs and a Psychic Frog, also known as good deck building. Yep, it's gonna have to go back. Okay. This hand needs to draw lands. But I feel like it's probably a keep. How many lands do I have in my deck? 19 draws. Ugh. Ugh. That doesn't sound good. And it's not even like guaranteed to win if I draw a land. All I have is frogs and time walks. Gotta put this back. Man, this deck, yeah, I put it back. Oh, okay, Justin, let's go. Discipline. London Mulligan's broken. London Mulligan is so broken. How is this a thing? If I get rid of Grief and I get rid of Underground Sea, if they counter my Dark Ritual, I can still play it Sorin on the next turn. Boom! Imperious Bloodlord. Damn. Worst pitching paradoxical outcome. For some reason, I think that means we lose the game. For some reason, I think that means Workshop, Mox, with the 1 ring, lose the game. Yep. It's Jewel. Wait, how close are we? We're 1 land away. I can just metamorph it. It's a 1 ring. Yup. Seems good. I think we're dead, chat. I don't even have no rods in my sideboard. No, wait, I do have no rods in my sideboard. All right. I have resolved Vein Ripper on turn 3. What now, opponent? I have played a mythic rare. How can they win? They can't. They simply can't. It's a mythic rare. What can they do against such power? Yeah, that seems good. Yeah, yeah. Wait, did they even end up untapping? No, they didn't have enough mana. That's too funny. Oh, they're gonna draw like 100 cards and I'm dead. Sad Justin. It's okay. We have sideboard tech. The Jewel? What if I steal it with Vein Ripper? What then, opponent? All right, chat. Permission to concede? Permission to concede? May I have permission to concede from chat? Okay, Salty allows it. Salty allows it. Quick, 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 quick. Next game, next game, next game. All right, I have some Nulrons, and I have some energy fluxes, and I have some mind break traps. Those seem good. Island can go. I need a scam turn one. That's what I need. What else do we want to get rid of here? If I mill over their Time Vault key, can they ever win? I'm gonna get rid of Gataxian Probe. I don't know why that's in my deck, honestly. I think it's just left over from the blue version. I definitely should have done more to change this deck after we cut Force of Will. That is definitely a regret that I have about what has happened today. And I don't know. Frog, I guess. Okay, sure, why not? Oh. Keep. Force check. Yo, imagine if this hand had grief. It's gonna be sweet. Any Force of Wills? Nope. Concede. We can go to game 3. You may move to game 3 at any time. Just letting you know. Worm Coil Engine. Workshop, workshop, Worm Coil Engine. I don't really want to pay for 2 Fnil rods. Yes, Tolarian Academy is broken. We've been over this. There's 1 Tolarian Academy in their deck. I don't feel like it. I'm not going to flux here. Funny enough, Workshop, Workshop, Worm Coil would have lost to this Energy Flux, which I do find quite enjoyable as well. Out of lands? That's a shame. I'm just beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're almost at Veen. I mean, they're gonna just copy it, right, with Metamorph. I can't cast this Lord Xander for what it's worth. Frog? Yeah, I guess we play a frog. It's kind of dangerous if they play a frog, but we have an energy flux, so maybe it's fine. Like, Metamorph gameplay is about to happen, right? Ooh, falls. Oh, no. Oh, no. They're holding something up. Hercules Recall? Grief. Grief pitching Lord Xander. Or should I just cast Grief? Oof, man. I kind of want to cast before I swing. But maybe not. Like if we play around like a possible Hercules Recall, right? I don't need this Lord Xander, right? I could evoke. I kind of want it in play though. Ancestral. Dismember on my frog. Ah. I don't think I need to. Well, I mean, I do have like almost have 4 bad cards, don't I? I don't need a Vein Ripper, so. I don't draw a card though unless I get rid of the whole hand. Another one? Okay. Frog down. I mean, this thing kills in 3 hits, so. Ooh, what's the best demonic tutor target? Just a new frog. I probably would have metamorphed the frog, but what do I know? We drew double null rod, baby. Jewel just can't beat a null rod. I'm telling you, you put the null rod in your deck, Jewel instantly loses. Just back it up. It's free wins. You don't know Lord Xander? This is a staple. Magic staple. Mythic rare. All right. How about a Mindbreak Trap, Ancient Tomb? Yeah, that's not gonna do it. That is not gonna do it. That's mulligan. Why do I have a mental misstep in my deck? Justin? I'm gonna lose with this hand, aren't I? Xander has not been great. Yay, Tinker! I couldn't have even Mindbreak trapped this. This was just Ancient Tomb Sapphire Tinker. God bless. There's nothing like the 6 blue land Jewel deck playing Sapphire Tinker on turn 1. Sorin. I did not draw the Null Rod or the Energy Flux, which I deem to be a problem. I don't know. Concede. Ancestral did not. Maybe I should just mulligan my hand. Aha! Got him. I believe we're dead, by the way. I don't think our deck is beating turn 1 Tinker for absolutely anything. I don't believe I boarded removal for this card either. I'm just doing it for the good of the format. What do you want from me? All right, so I get a troll. The only way they can kill the troll is if they pitch a jewel. And then I make the troll lifelink. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm out of ideas. Should probably activate the One Ring in response and see if you can find a jewel to kill the troll. Or don't. I mean, I don't know. Just after we go to main phase for some reason. Maybe they just want to cast the jewel. No, you can let the trigger resolve. And then you can activate after the trigger resolves. We're holding back? We're not casting anything? What's happening? We're getting dismembered, aren't we? Then they would have dismembered and attacked, wouldn't they? All right. Dark Ritual. Swordin. Okay. Attack. Okay. Uh-oh. 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 Frog. They can kill that one pretty easily. I mean, they're not going to be able to tap this Ancient Tomb. But they can just play a new ring. I don't think we can win this game. I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible. They're at 2. They figured it out. They activated an upkeep. There you go. Big. Kill the frog. Or kill the troll. It's got pro multicolor. Can't even block it. Frog down. Harko's Recall came in, baby. Love it. Love it. All right. Ruby. And attack. Must be a new ring, right? Jewel? There's just no way I can ever win this game, right? If you had another blue land, you could have used that Otawara on my troll. Ah, Metamorph has a ring. Uh-huh. That's notably bad for me. Notably not good. Actually bad. The key. The bauble. I don't think we're winning, but hey, who knows? It's just a freaking Masticore in play. Doesn't actually do anything. Maybe they don't have it. Maybe they don't have a 2-drop. I don't know. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my best. I feel like we should have activated Bobble in response there. Nope, they had a Worm Coil engine. No, the Worm Coil kill the troll! Oh, it's too funny, man. I've been bested. GG's. Those games were funny. All right. Final round. Yep. I got a Vein Ripper. My body is ready. We even get to find out if it's going to resolve first. So we don't have to get our hopes up. This Gataxian Probe just does not look very good in this deck. I gain so little advantage from knowing my opponent's hand. My deck just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Oh shit. Yeah, it does not look like it's resolving. We're getting PO'd. Oh, that's really good for me. I don't think we were beating a PO for 2, so we'll take it. I don't have anything in my hand, so that is a problem. Yeah. Tinker. Oh, come on. Mental misstep. Sag. I guess theoretically I could have like held my Dark Ritual and played Sorin on turn 2. It just does not feel like that's a very good play. Could be wrong though. There's definitely merit, but it does not seem right. Ancient Tomb. Kind of awkward. Maybe I was supposed to play Tomb in case I draw Dark Ritual, actually. Whoops. I should definitely... I guess I can still do that. If I draw Dark Ritual, I can still do that. P over 3. Come on. Tomb. No, you stupid island. You dumb island. You stink. Mentor. Banger. Okay. No! No, you did. This game, man. This game. Be serious. I have so many vampires and I've somehow drawn this. No! It's so bad for us. Pain. Pain. Ow. Ah, all right, all right, all right, all right. Big. Big. Huge. Vein Ripper. I think it's always Vein Ripper. What now, opponent? What now? I have a Vein Ripper. Da-da-da-da. Oh. I guess I die. Yep. My bad. Should have seen this one coming. All right. I've been bested. Trap. I think that's it, though. I don't really want Null Rod in this matchup. Maybe I do want Null Rod in this matchup. Yeah, I'll play Null Rod. I don't want Flux in this matchup, that's for sure. Would it make sense to bring Grizzlebrand into this deck? Is Grizzlebrand a vampire, silly boy? Tell me this. He is. Wait, is he? I don't think he is. That doesn't sound right. He would have appeared in my Scryfall search. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it hasn't been that bad of a league. It's not a great result, but I think the deck is a little misbuilt, and that's my fault, not the donator's fault. I wanted things. This hand's so bad. It's so frustrating how bad Black Lotus is with Psychic Frog. There's just no way I can keep this hand. I need interaction. I'm playing against Paradoxical Outcome. Okay. Well, can I keep this hand? All right. Show me your secrets. Secrets? Secrets? That's a mulligan. That is a mulligan. That is a mulligan. That is a mulligan. Okay. I don't think I win. That I mean, I'm not 100% sure we're winning, but it is a mulligan. I, what am I doing? I mean, I clicked too many cards, man. Not good. I missed the time walk. Any mods? No mods. Vexing Bauble, so turn off all your Force of Wills. This card is so bad. It is such a bad Magic card. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. It just always loses the game for the person who casts it. It's so bad. Ah. It might be. Oh, I mean, it did turn on the Tolarian Academy. That's pretty good. It's gone. Maybe we should have floated Tolarian Academy mana first, though. That's a problem. I'm gonna lose. Well, I can't even resolve this sword. It's gonna make a creature. It's gonna be bad for me. I don't know if menace matters. I kind of want them to double block, though. I mean, I think I took the right cards. It just didn't work out, okay? I mean, I can't not cast a spell. I have to cast a spell. This Mind Bay Trap was so bad versus their keep. Yeah, yes, Kellen. You are correct. Are we gonna pick up the mentor with our PO? We are? We could attack first, maybe. Oh, oh, we're picking up nothing. We're okay. All right. Okay. No, I see the vision. I see the vision. I see the vision. Uh-huh. Come on, Soren. I believe in you, Soren. Please. No, that's a vein ripper. Help, chat, help. All right, frog it up. Frog is here. 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 Don't worry. The Abyss? We just have Mentor the Abyss? No, no, no. Not like this. With the 0 mana Talarian Academy. I'm dying. Wait, I can counter it with Vein Ripper? Not really, but... In case I draw Reanimate. I guess I'm gonna die if I draw Reanimate, but... I target my grief. Thank you. Okay. I'll go to combat. I will exile 3 cards from my yard. 1, 2, 3. I am going to attack. I am going to pitch Mindbreak Trap. And this thing. Wait, I need another creature though. I don't know. Hello, hello, hello. Vein Ripper combo with the Abyss. Wait a second. Are we winning? I think we're winning now. Are we now winning the game? I choose a target and then I can ward it, right? They killed the Mentor? Is it non-token? Uh-oh. I don't understand. Are we winning? I believe we won the game. I mean, I think we win even if they don't kill, even if they choose the right token by accident. You know, I could target this Vein Ripper, but then they could pay. So I'll just kill off my Psychic Frog, I guess, and attack them for lethal with the Vein Ripper. Wow. It didn't actually matter, but like, we're alive. We're alive. We legitimately won that game, like, no questions, right? Like, even if the Mentor didn't die, the Vein Ripper is the counter to the Abyss. That I don't know. I don't exactly know. I would have to look up the wording of ward. Oh, I control it, but the Abyss is at the beginning of each player's upkeep. Destroy target creature that player controls of their choice, but target. But it isn't still my opponent's trigger. I don't know. It's not worth worrying about. Yeah, but it's my opponent's trigger, but it's my choice. Scryfall? The Abyss? You think it has any rulings versus Ward? The controller of the Abyss controls the ability, but the current player gets to choose which card is destroyed. I'm correct. So, but the ward is still them paying for the ward, so they could still pay for it and sack a creature. And then kill our thing. I mean, we would also still win that game because then we would keep our frog, fly over, and kill them because they would be drained for 8. So, yeah. Anyways. That was a roller coaster of emotion. From the keep to the losing to the winning. The Abyss won the game for us. You love to see it. That's a mulligan. You think they'll keep the same kind of hand as last time? I'm just gonna hope and pray that they keep the same kind of hand as last time. I guess, to be fair, a Swords to Plowshares is going to be a Lord Xander, so. They mulled to 5? We have put a Xander in play today. Maybe we'll draw Grief, and we'll just go Grief Reanimate instead. That'd be pretty good. Maybe we'll do the boring thing and win. And what? An island and an ancestral and Mystic Remora and yeah, and ancestral. London Mulligan strikes again. No Moxen though. I'll be stuck in your echo. Whoa. Am I gonna get like stifled because I did this? Which do I care more about? The Sorin or the Reanimate? I guess I could get Flusterstormed if I do the Reanimate. All right, let's go Sorin. Okay. Force Pitch and Lorien. You have stopped me this time, opponent. Uh-oh. I can't be good. Boy, do I love playing against Tinka. Isn't it great? It was a good time. If they don't have a Mox, then they can't get Tinker, and in which case, what are they actually getting with this Vamp, though? Unless they have a Tinker, and then you just get a Mox. But they maybe, well, they could just get Mentor. What is this? What is this? What is this? Don't Lorien revealed! Oh, that was so close. Oh my god, that was so close. They almost Lorien revealed. It was assuredly, it was definitely going to happen. Mox? Tinka? Mentor? Tinka. Okay. That's unfortunate. I do believe we've lost the game. Unlucky. Guess who's back? Back again. Tinker's back. Everything sucks. Okay. Who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Swords. Oh, that's illegal. Okay. Okay, all right, okay. There aren't really enough bricks in the PO deck to actually lose from here, so. Damn, we were perfectly controlled. Ancestral into Force, Vamp into Tinker, GG. Sag. Needle? On what? Sorin? Evil. Disgusting. Gross. Chat, permission to concede. Permission to concede, chat. 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 Permission granted. Okay, we're in. Boo! Concede. We have completed the league. All right. Okay. So the deck did do some things, and honestly, Sorin putting in Vein Ripper was not that bad. GG's. I actually thought Sorin putting Vein Ripper in was totally fine. I think the biggest problem in this deck is this Dark Rituals. I don't like these Dark Rituals, and I don't like these Ancient Tombs and Frogs. So I would probably go back to Scam. I mean, maybe you can keep the Rituals, but get rid of the Tombs. I don't know. I would like to get this deck to have a Forces in it. There wasn't really better vampires with this Lord than Lord Xander. Like there was like a big, there's a big dinosaur maybe. I don't know. Like the problem really is like the Scam package is prohibitive of you doing the other stuff. If you want to play blue, I don't know. Like honestly, Gary and I went back and forth on this deck quite a lot. I'll show you like one of the original 60 cards. Let's see if I can find one of the original 60 cards. But Gary and I went back and forth on this deck a lot. We didn't like, it wasn't readily apparent exactly how we wanted it to be built. So here's like a version that had some show and tells and blue cards and was like keeping Ancient Tomb, but you start getting really, really low on your blue count when you do this, to the point where it's like kind of debatable whether you even want Force or not, which is why we decided to go with like a bit more of a compact version of the deck with what we played tonight. So thank you to Gary for seeing his deck to the channel. If you want to see your deck played on the channel, check out the Patreon link in the description below, where you can find all the information you need to submit a donation deck list. More vintage content on this channel Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I will see you then.